so much for joining in. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit the subscribe button right here. You rock. Check this out. It's on Amazon.com. Pick up an ebook called Shop by Your Sweet for the Martin Fine Scriptures. Okay? You rock. Good morning and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Today, the 5th day of February 2025. Today is Wednesday, and the time is 3 minutes past the hour of 7. It's time for newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us. The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is common. What people have a one complete coverage. For more information, call WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit Ebona at the 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Obunike Boys inside European Residency Hotel Ogidi. You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on Ebona and 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news, making the headlines on The Guardian, Leadership, Sun, Punch, Daily Post, The Nation, This Day, and if time permits, we're also going to take a look at Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 3839 7740 or 081 39 256742 or 08065796599. I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. EFCC raids NAHCON, picks spokesperson Usara, 3 others. First Lady donates 100 million naira to Niger tanker explosion victim, visits IBB, Abu Salami. El Rufai accuses Kaduna governor of backing Tinubu for personal gain. Nigerian Security Civil Defense cooperates for over crimes, warns negotiations of scammers. Police launch manhunt for kidnappers of 10 travelers in Ondo. World Cancer Day. Oncologist advocates improved care at Sendor. Unimed eulogizes ex-registrar. Court remands travel agencies CEO over alleged 144 million naira Hajj fraud. TikTok deletes over 2 million videos for violating safety in Nigeria. Man appeals for 11 million naira for surgeries after battling multiple health conditions. Health hairstylist sentenced to 9 years for sexually assaulting 13-year-old. GAC meeting ends in deadlock as parties disagree on Obasa's fate. Police arrest 2 for vandalizing Niger Delta Development Commission solar lights in Port Harcourt. O2 signs amended Cross River Local Council law. Adamawa Governor Minister differ on Tinubu's economic policies. Mo Abudu showcases Nigeria's creative economy with Niger creates in London. Mo Abudu showcases Nigeria's creative economy with Niger creates in London. Baoke's bill to create one-stop shop for taxation in Enugu. Oyo Assembly decries Odebowale's derogatory remarks on sound. Experts seek end to gas flaring. CAPEX reduction in oil production. Federal government, NAD, CMD, others bicker over state of health sector. Good rating. Kaduna Electric explains 450 employees layoff. Federal government commits to tackling vandalism for improved oil output. President rejects bill establishing education varsity in Adamawa. Inflation, currency, oil sector risk may disrupt 2025 economy. Once Pedabo. NCOS denies allegation of releasing inmates for robbery operations in Delta. Senate threatens to arrest Inspector General of Police, Customs CG, FIRS, NMPCL, CBN heads over audit snub. LAMTA engages councils on 57-kilometer Purple Line Rail project. Bayelsa Health Commissioner denies cholera fatalities. EFCC arraigns 11 Chinese for alleged cyber fraud. Others. El Rufai accuses Kaduna governor of backing Tinubu for personal gain. Police launch manhunt for kidnappers of 10 travelers in Ondo. We've taken this. Court remands travel agency CEO over alleged 144 million naira Hajj fraud. At send-off, Unimed eulogizes ex-registrar. TikTok deletes over 2 million videos for violating safety in Nigeria. NIS rescues 21 minors from traffickers at Yobe border. Uni Ilori students commit suicide. Another rescued in attempt case. Police rescue 3 victims, including ASP from kidnappers in Edo. Secretary Marco Rubio appointed as USAID acting administrator. Lagos government trains 100 senior staff on digital tools efficiency. Troops kill 7 terrorists, recover arms in Borno. NSA threatens to sue Najatu Muhammad over alleged malicious remarks. Petrol tankers explode near Yola Airport. World Cancer Day. Federal government to explore health insurance for cancer care. 48-year-old woman arrested for attempted fraud in Lagos. Federal government plans 758 billion naira bond to clear pension liabilities. Switch partners Amdocs on telecom services. National Association of Nigerian Students threatens to shut down FRSC commands over vehicle impoundment directive. Group 6 appointment of Banakri Indigene as NAHCON DG. Arrested 2018 Togo protesters sentenced to 10 years. Trump signed order withdrawing US from United Nations bodies. Ex-Bayelsa Labour Party Guba candidate joins APC. Para Tescom opens application portal for teaching jobs. Shares in Google fall after earning earnings disappoint. Shares in Google fall after earnings disappoint. FTH, Lokoja denies manpower shortage claims. As threatens to boycott Uber, others over exploitation. Burundi doctors in prison for quitting over low pay. Federal government begins trolling of Abuja, Kepi, Akwanga, Makode highway. Killing of 70-year-old woman. Police detain principal suspect. Rwanda-backed group declares ceasefire in DRC's war-torn east. And that's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742 or 080 65 79 6599. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to the leadership newspaper. Federal government okays 242.68 billion naira for 14 key road projects. Leadership award is a push to do better. CEG Customs Adeni Public Service Person of the Year. Federal government probes criminal activities at Delta Prison. Kanu Assembly passes law establishing arms-bearing state-owned security outfit. Still on the stories making headlines on the leadership newspaper this morning, Obasani committed to the underserved. Northwest governors back Tinubu's economic policies. Court sacks Ohinoi of Ebira land. Tinubu appoints new federal commissioners for FCC, MPC, RMAFC. Canada bans US firms from contracts. Cuts Elon Musk's Starlink deal. 4 feared dead over appointment of monarch in Oshun. Northwest governors back Tinubu's economic policies. Students demand prosecution of Ogun monarch for assaulting 70-year-old man. Federal government okays 758 billion naira pension clearance bond, 30 million pounds student housing loan. Abia targets 120 billion naira IGR. Kenya Airways apologized over mistreatment of Nigerian. Federal government targets 7 billion naira revenue from train passengers. 450 staff disengaged, not 900. Kaduna Electric clarifies. Debt financing. Federal government's reliance on asset sales, multilateral loans sparks sustainability concerns. Food security. Makinde's wife calls for youth participation in agric. NCDMB boss not sidelining APC youths in training program. Federal government to set up soil assessment laboratory in Ekiti. Lawma moves to curb indiscriminate waste disposal. Civil society organizations hail Ogun government for suspension, arraignment of Oba Ogunjobi over assault. Court jails Baba 9 years for sexually assaulting minor. Gunmen strike in Ondo again, kidnap 10 travelers. National Gallery partners ASO for digital archive of 3,000 masterpieces. INEC tells civil society organizations to condemn delegate buying. 1.5 billion naira slaughterhouses constructed across Kanu. Senate approves Kalo as chairman Southeast Development Commission. Japa syndrome. Stakeholders cite poor pay, harsh working conditions. Nigeria mobilizes for repatriation of over 100,000 refugees. Muda Obasa led the Lagos Assembly breed. Kanu government to domesticate WEE policy. Routine rush to join ruling party. Zango local government adopts year-round farming to combat hardship. I am the best candidate for Ekiti, says Otumba Fayose. Senator Natasha heads Diaspora Committee. Federal government orders probe into criminal activities at Okere Prison. A tribute to a man of few words but many achievements at 65. Sokoto promises to eradicate tropical diseases. Hajj, only 1,700 out of 5,216 made initial deposit in Sokoto. FMC reaffirms commitment to quality health care, drugs availability. Kaduna government unveils software to improve land administration. Obasani, El Rufai's fight gets messier. Amid verbal attacks. Bauchi approves over 793 million naira for 2025 NECO UTME exams. Congo bonds while the world watches. Tinubu withholds assent to bill for establishment of new Adamawa varsity. Congo, we've taken this. Ribadu writes Najatu Muhammad seeks public apology, retraction of malicious statements in TikTok video. Remi Tinubu donates 100 million naira to tanker explosion victims. Nimet predicts normal rainfall as Kiyamo unveils 2025 SCP. Cancer. Para governor's wife harps on improved sensitization education. Cancer. We've taken this. Cancer Foundation organizes medical checks for 200 indigent persons. Creative sector to Nigeria's global projection. Chetima. Creative sector key to Nigeria's global projection. Chetima. Nigeria strengthens economic ties with Germany to boost investment. Northwest Governors Forum announces key development plans. That's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to the Sun newspaper. Federal government, NLC, agreed to suspend telecom tariff protest for 2 weeks. Set up 10-member committee. Federal Executive Council okays 1.334 trillion naira for Lagos Calabar Highway, 855 billion naira for major roads project bridge projects nationwide. Federal Executive Council okays 1.334 trillion naira for Lagos Calabar Highway, 885 billion naira for major roads, bridge projects nationwide. Niger Delta Development Commission empowers persons with disabilities in Imo State. Presidency urges Tinubu's opponents to stop heating up polity. Ebonyi herdsmen attack. Flagrant disregard to human life. Nwifuru. NHIA announces upward review of payments for healthcare providers. Federal government agreed to suspend telecom tariff protests for 2 weeks. Set up 10-member committee. Ned Nwoko defends defection. Pulse PDP world chairman. Why Southeast should reciprocate Tinubu's diplomatic gesture. Onyike. ADF scribe. Edo Tribunal. PDP. Igodalo. Close case against Governor Opeboro. Oshun 2026. West agitators storm APC secretariat insisting on zoning. Edo. INEC opens defense as PDP. We've taken this. Nigerian political parties toddlers at centenary. REA targets to electrify 25 million Nigerians in 3 years. CBN reaffirms commitment to empower youth through credit policies. Others. NCAA slams Kenya Airways over maltreatment of Nigerian passengers. Presidency urges Tinubu's opponents to stop heating up polity. That's the most we can take from the Sun newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Sun newspaper, we'll flip over to the Punch newspaper. Abuja tolling begins to repay $460 million loan. Opeboro asks governing council to restore Edo Varsity's glory. 17,079,000 loan dispute. Court hot banks probe by National Assembly. Federal government, ECOWAS, plan surgery for 80 Castina VVF patients. Abia doesn't distinguish between federal state projects. OT. Federal government agency trains Ondo mechanics to handle modern vehicles. I won't deny my Igbo identity, says Ohaneze president. Federal government approves 452 billion naira for 14 roads. Lawyer alleges multiple assassination attempts for defending Biafra agitator. Blame EPA for IPOB woes. Cyber crime. EFCC arraigns 11 Chinese, alleges plot to destabilize Nigeria. Rivers plans 1 week anthrax vaccination for livestock. Adeleke, others probe of Oshun community chieftaincy crisis. Still on the stories making headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning, EFCC loses forgery case against Panikayode. Sokoto Hospital celebrates first successful kidney transplant. Sokoto Hospital celebrates first successful kidney transplant. Defense chief urges Niger Delta collaboration for increased crude production. Flooding. Federal government okays 80 billion naira for Boronu Dam repairs. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Daily Post newspaper. US Portal Service suspends incoming packages from China, Hong Kong. Trump, CIA offers buyouts, wants entire workforce to quit. Drone attack hits Russian oil depot. War. Ukraine drone attack hits Russian oil depot. Magnitude 6.2 quake hits Indonesia. Trump signs order withdrawing US from United Nations bodies. War. Casualties as Russia hits different Ukraine cities. Russia-Ukraine war. Zelensky gives condition to talk with Putin. 7 die in Mexican prison riot. US will take over Gaza. Trump. Many Nigerians believe breast cancer caused by spiritual attacks, witchcraft. Experts shares insights. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Ekiti Electricity Board to supervise sales installation of 3,000 prepaid meters through 2 Israeli soldiers killed, 8 wounded in West Bank shooting attack. And that's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. We'll now go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. Please stay with us.
The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have Ebona, the 103.5 FM, here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach Ebona, the 103.5 FM, Ogidi today to document your event. Ebona, the 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books, and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit Ebona the 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Omunike Boys inside the Ovin Residency Hotel, Ogidi. Hello. Your husband said we should call you and wish you a happy birthday and tell you that he loves you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. I love him so much. Thank you very much. You people have made my day.
Come on, make a wish. and we make it come true. Wish someone special a happy birthday live on air. Join the birthday splash with Metal on Ebonadi 103.5 FM, 8 a.m. Monday to Fridays, and get trending gist and stories happening on the streets every day. Birthday splash for you and for all.
Kemchitas Home Limited ekwuokwa na onye ọbụla ga-abụ landlord na nke kịta anyị na-ewetara unu Agụnechi Ibe Luxury Homes nke dị n'Ọkpana ma Asaba Delta steeti. Emego ya survey ma rejistakwa ya. N'ala nwere portable water, solar power, car parks, gardens and parks, CCTV surveillance na more. Ala a na-ekwu okwu ya didebere Summit Junction, Wigtech Company Immigration Head Office, 3 minutes drive Milo Asaba International Airport, Government House. Anyị nwere presidential plot nke dị 450 square meter nke bụ 8 million naira maka ndị bịara n'oge. Ndị bịara tupu anyị launch anyị ga-enweta ya na 10 million naira. Anyị nwekwara commercial plot nke dị 900 square meter nke a na-ele 20 million naira maka ndị bịara n'oge. Ebe ndị bịara tupu anyị launch ya ga-enweta ya na 25 million naira. Ndị na-ewetara gị ozi a bụ ndị Kemchitas Homes Limited nke nọ na nọmba 2 George Odinaka Street n'azụ NTA Asaba Delta State.
With a registered surveyor deed, C of O in view, the landmark, the Summit Junction, Tech Company Immigration Head Office, Miriam Babangida Amusement Park. It is also 3 minutes drive to Asaba International Airport and Government House with the offer 8 million naira outright for 450 square meter. Amenities be potable water, solar power, car park, gardens and park, CCTV surveillance, and more. This estate is located at Otmanam behind Tech Company. For more information, please call 070-0766-0620. Again, 070-70-66-0620 or 091-60-79-99. Again, 091-60-79-99.
What is our turn to produce a senator?
There's no road, no hospital, no water, and you're talking about dividends of democracy.
I beg, wait. They never pay pension and gratuity.
Once I'm elected, I will turn this state to Dubai. Politics, politics, politics. Join us on Political Assembly on Ebonadi 103.5 FM for in-depth analysis and discussions as it concerns you. Weekdays, 9 a.m. Monday to Fridays. Political Assembly with Martins Ifani Chuku Ekezie. Let's talk politics and change the narrative.
Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody.
I am Adam,
I am Eve. I'm here to speak for my gender.
and I am here to speak for my people.
Join us on Adam and Eve, 4 p.m. Monday to Friday on Ebonadi 103.5 FM. Together we are one. Adam and Eve, don't be left out.
Somewhere I heard that life is a test.
Ladies and gentlemen, gossip day for town.
Bioga, Sinapola Rito back a popil more. I'll go to work my young possible make out to Aqua.
Conductor, we can name change him. Often they talk I'm like a problem. Name change him, Kita. Other driver, if I need go now. Bribeable corruption.
wonder. The boy done the sell.
Nwanne tinye arụ na ka o si mee on ebe ọ na-adị 103.5 FM ka ịkọwala anyị ife na-eme n'ogbe gị ị nọ na Anambra ka isi esi bata kedu ka o si mee with something 1 p.m. Monday to Fridays. Nwanne ekwekwana ka akọọlụ gị akọọlụ.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742 or 080 65 79 6599. We are on to the Nation newspaper. Federal government to take over incomplete sections on Lagos-Ibadan highway. Federal government okays 80 billion naira for allow dam reconstruction. Clearing agents rejects 4% levy on imported cargoes by customs. Ebotokun, Kadoso, Kiari, others risk being arrested. Ekiti boosts agricultural productivity with digital extension services. Opeboro inaugurates AAU's governing council. Makinde's wife urges citizens on farming. Sanwo-Olu unveils Popu Lekki project. Federal government begins training of technicians. Dawn. Stakeholders advocate regional integration for national development. Dawn seeks sustainable policies in education. Why Tribunal dismissed SDP's petition against Opeboro. Afe Babalola seeks salary raise, improved condition of service for doctors. Ex-Bayelsa Labour Party governorship candidate Eradri joins APC. Include our protocol in your training SAC curricula. UNICEF tells military. Include our protocol in your training curricula. UNICEF tells military. First Lady leaves victims of Niger tanker explosion with 100 million naira. Patients from US, UK now patronizing Nigeria's health facilities, says Pate. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Chief of Defense Staff leads community engagement to achieve 2.5 million barrel per day oil production target. INEC releases timetable for Anambra governorship. FCT area council polls. JAMB suspends 2 centers for infraction. Obey order halting airport construction. Stakeholders tell governor. Communities get rural electrification boost. Agents decry duplication of container checks. Philanthropist seeks investment in public schools. FEM appoints new managing director. Tinubu approves 80 billion naira for Alao Dam reconstruction. Edo poll dispute. Why tribunal dismissed SDP's petition against Opeboro. Federal government threatens to take over incomplete Lagos-Ibadan expressway sections April. Minister orders approve of alleged criminal activities at Okere Correctional Facility. Mba signs a bill to end multiple taxation in Enugu. Kadeko confirms sack of 450 workers as strike enters second day. Nigerian Immigration Service launches contactless passport solution in Europe February 7th. Senate pays tributes to Honorable Onanuga. Nigeria's healthcare sector attracting patients from US, UK, Pate. And that's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. From the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to this day newspaper. Federal Executive Council. Federal Executive Council okays a 758 billion naira bond to offset pension backlog. After 18 years, court frees Fani Kayode of alleged forgery. Chief of Defense Staff Musa rallies stakeholders to achieve Tinubu's 2.5 million barrel per day target. Mba signs into law bill to create one-stop shop for taxation in Enugu. Nimet report Plateau, Kaduna, Benue, Kwara, others to experience delayed rain. Court stops customs from collecting excise duty on non-alcoholic carbonated beverage. First Bank admits defeat in Mareva case, 6 appeal without due process. GHL sees desperation. Trade war, Canada, Mexico, China set to reiterate Trump's sweeping tariff. Nimet report Plateau, Kaduna, Benue, Kwara, others to experience delayed rain. Trump, US will take over Gaza, develop and own it. NMDPRA seals 19 illegal LPG outlets in Delta. Federal Executive Council okays 758 billion naira bond to offset pension backlog. Agama, blockchain technology to improve capital market efficiency, aid regulation. Nigerian tech expert Daudu shines in Dubai as global ambassador. Mustard Insight launches 2024 Nigerian Business Growth Survivor Report. Dominion City empowers members and proposes 1 billion naira entrepreneur support fund. That's the much we can take from this day newspaper this morning. From this day newspaper, we'll flip over to the Nigerian Tribune. Obaship crisis. Adeleke only followed process met on ground. Osun government. APC doesn't need Kwankwaso to reclaim Kanu. Group. Over 74,000 pupils, students to write free common entrance, BECE, JAM exams in Kogi. UNFPA stresses importance of developmental journalism in effective service delivery. Kanu, Emir Sanusi calls for calm over land dispute. Naira crumbles as CBN extends FX sales deadline. Federal Executive Council approves 4.2 trillion naira for major road infractions. Federal Executive Council approves 4.2 trillion naira for major road infrastructures. Court acquits Fani Kayode of forgery. Nigerian Center for Disease Control will mitigate infrastructural challenge in North Central. Senator Mustapha. Oil production. Chief of Defense Staff Musa meets with stakeholders in Port Harcourt. Police arraign woman for refusing to marry man after collecting 607,500 naira from him. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Nigerian Tribune this morning, Edun commends indigenous innovation in Nigeria's electric vehicle sector. Tinubu approves 80 billion naira for reconstruction. Expansion of Alau Dam. Tinubu approves 80 billion naira reconstruction, expansion of Alau Dam in Brunu. Audit reports, Senate threatens FIRS, NMPC, CBN, Customs CEOs orders with warrant of arrest. Federal government orders investigation into alleged criminal activities in Warri Custodial Center. Federal Executive Council approves 758 billion naira to clear pension liabilities. And that's the much we can take from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. That will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on Ebonade 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742 or 08065796599. Now we'll flip over to our WhatsApp portal for reactions from you. Now we have this message is coming from Waloto Patrick from Nteja. He says, I think the First Lady has done marvelously well by donating the sum of 100 million naira to the victims of Niger tanker explosion. That's a welcome development and an act of motherly love. Thank you, Madam First Lady. Actually, it's good to come to the aid of such victims when such natural disaster before mankind. But I think it would have been better to think outside the box and find out why such disasters do happen intermittently so as to prevent a future occurrence, in my own opinion.